Hoto glue gun. I already ripped everything out of here, but just a little cute holder that holds the gun as well as the items inside. This is the odd thing about this. It did not come with a little cheesy cheap USB-C to USB-A charger like everything comes with, or even a C to C. It comes with 2 packs of glue sticks. Looks like one of them, no, both of them has a few of the glitter ones, and then predominantly the rest of them are that's weird. They come with green, gold, and silver, and then 1 red and then 1 blue. Odd setup. Not that I care. Oh no, wait, there is a red on this one. It's just behind there, and there's a blue on that one. So it comes with all of the same colors in both packs. All right, I'm gonna whip one open and get us a clear out, because I don't know what I use the colored ones for, but eventually I will use them, because I mean they're sticks. No, these are very short. Like, I'm gonna grab a standard one right fast. So I grabbed a standard stick, and as you can see, it's about twice the size of this. So of course I'm going to use this one that came with it to start things up for the test, but after that I'm sure I'll be firing up the long ones, because I don't like the shortness of glue time. So anyway, it comes with those 2 bags of sticks. It comes with this manual, which is a big manual for like nowadays. You know, something usually comes with a pamphlet with 2 pages. This thing's got a few. But I don't think I need it, because on the top it has all the directions you need. Blinking white heating, solid white, ready for use. Blinking red, low battery. Go ahead and remove this before I heat things up. Excited about this because I had another glue gun that I liked a lot that was on the same premise. This pink guy, like this thing here. You can see I actually have 2 sticks glued together on this one. So anyway, I really love that thing. So this is, like, to me, the next step in progression from that thing to this thing, because it's got like a pistol grip. So granted, the other style might stick into the other places, but we're not getting into the weeds on that. Like, so anyway, I guess I'll press the button. Okay, I guess I do need to, oh, never mind. I'm about to say, oh, after all that, I do need to read the directions. So I'm gonna push this in. As far as it goes, it's blinking, blinking, blinking. I'm keeping applying pressure, because I know my first, the one I just showed you, it's quite a trying experience to get the glue stick in for the first time. But ever since then, they feed pretty good. Now, I will say this is taking way longer than my other glue gun, my other automatic glue gun. But as long as that's not too bad. And oh yeah, as soon as I pressed the button, it started receiving the glue stick. So, and I feel like it's gonna eat a whole glue stick just to get in there. Yep, it pretty much did eat a whole glue stick, and it's not even producing anything yet. So let me get something to put glue on, and I guess I'll just keep on going. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get a second glue stick in there so that we don't run it dry, but still no glue. All right, we got some glue, and the second glue stick is actually, I feel like it's about to, now this is one aggravation when a glue gun leaks, and this looks like a very bad leaker. Not very enthusiastic about that, because I hate that part. And I keep wiping the tip, and you keep seeing it spewing lots of glue. So the second stick didn't receive yet. So let me just go ahead and keep feeding until I get that second stick to get in there. It's almost taking 2 sticks just to feed, but it's putting out a lot of glue. The glue is really, yeah, the second stick is not even tight. But anyway, I won't concern myself with that. Let me get something. Now that glue hasn't set up yet, so which means it gets really hot compared to my other one. That might be a problem with the other style glue gun that I just showed you. is that it heats up really quick, but the glue temp is not the greatest, so then you're not going to get the best joints, obviously. I will say this looks like something that will give you a great bead. Like, you're not going to have problems making a really good bead with this because it comes out very smooth and consistent. I love that. And it's not leaking anymore. Look at that. Oh my goodness. This might be the greatest glue gun ever. If all the things that I, hate about glue guns are not available for this thing. I'm going to just keep doing it for a little bit because, it's fun. It's a glue gun. That's what you do. All right. Let's get this out the way. I'm going to set another bead for you. I started making a weird noise and the glue kind of stopped. Yep, my glue stick that was supposed to be getting fed is probably to the point where it is trying to feed it, and it wasn't in there. It was kind of like stuck in one spot. So it made a weird noise. Let me know there's no glue stick. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really liking it. It is leaking a little bit now, but I think the bad leaking that it was doing when I first turned it on has ceased because I wiped it off, and yeah, I'm lying. But most glue guns kind of leak, so it is what it is. By this being a lot hotter than the other one I have, I'm gonna have to deal with the whole leakage thing. But let's peel off this first one and see kind of. It's still actually a little not cured. But rather than come apart itself, it ripped off some of the paper, which means that's a good sign. That means it'll seal well. So I'm gonna keep using it, putting it through its paces, and kind of keep you guys. I'll update this. I'm an updater, so if I give something a great review and then I find a problem, I come back and say, hey, after some use, I found out this. I'm definitely gonna do this because this is not a cheap item. I do know that it's going to be aggravation that it's constantly leaking. And it does have an auto timeout, just like the other one I showed you. The ones that have this new mechanism that feed, they time out in a short period of time, which this one stays on longer than the other one I had. That one I think is 120 seconds. This one I think is a little longer, but that's not of any importance to me because I want to power it up, glue something, and then turn it off. Let's see if the power off method is the same. Nope, it's not. The other one has a single button, so then the feed button is the off and on button. This one here is a long press on, a long press off. I can't say I dislike that. That's fine. And then your trigger button is just your trigger button. Doesn't do a dual purpose at all. One more rip off. Yep, everything is like really strongly glued. So, thumbs up for me. I'll keep testing. I will update. Thank you. So, it's been a little time since the first portion of this video where I unboxed it and stuff and just tried it out, fired it up a little bit. I have been using it a lot, and I can tell you a few things about it. I glued the glue sticks together because I like the extended time. This is my other one that I talked about in the beginning of the video, but this is about this, right? So I'm gonna say, if you looked at my other video on this one, I still really love this one, and I'm gonna say I probably won't give up on either one. Like, both of them have their own positives that make them better. So let me go over that. So this one, both are USB-C, great. I haven't charged them on high amp. I tried to use like one of these cheesiest cell phone adapters from way back when that are 1 amp. Any electronics like this, I try to not go into the high 3 amp PD, any kind of style supercharging PD stuff. I want to low charge them if they take it. USB A to C, or maybe C to C, but either way, low amp charging. They both charge in a similar way. The light turns on, and then when they're done, blah blah blah. So this one doesn't consume a lot of power. I feel like even though it heats up so fast, you think it would. and like I covered, it is more good for intricate, small repairs. So I can like, I have my finger on it right now because that's what I naturally do. I can like hold down that button and go and get a nice bead, and it's a smaller bead with this one. It's more small, a fine bead, and you can slow down and let it gang and pull up a little bit, but if you go fast, you got a small bead. You can also hit the button to feed a little bit, or just let it naturally start to drip like it does, like any other glue gun. It starts to get a little bead at the tip, and then you could just start dabbing and kind of get to the area. And I find that very useful on certain things. I'm dealing with foam RC aircraft, and sometimes you need the smallest little amount to reattach something or fine things. I can like hit the button momentarily and then release the button and then still keep working how much is going to come out, because it's going to still keep pooling up there a little bit as I go across. So I love this for stuff that's not, I don't want to squirt out the side when I push the pieces together, something that I want to just hold good enough, or stickers that are coming up, or the replacement of the tape that might cover some of the portions of the aircraft that's, you know, factory, and if you pull it off, it's going to be white, so you want to put it back to hide it. This is perfect. This is perfect for a lot of stuff. Now, where this one comes in, where this is better, is the diameter of the hole in the front. Looking at the fronts, kind of look identical, to be honest with you, and the sticks are identical, so obviously there's no difference there. But when you squeeze this trigger, this thing is pumping out some stuff, so it gives you a lot more glue to work with. Now, I never even tried it with this one, because when I want to do something intricate, I pull for this one. When I want to do a good thick strong glue joint, I put this one out there, and like I said, it squirts out a lot of glue really quickly. And you could probably just feather the trigger like I do with this one and kind of like get a little bit going and then pump it, because it does leak a lot. So you could drag this along too. You could just do everything you do with this one with this and have one. But since I have two, I have like two uses for it. So, but I still really like it. It uses probably a lot more power, because it takes the battery a while to charge. I haven't had it go dead on me, and I've been doing quite a bit of gluing with it, and the glue sticks that came with it are very strong. This is not one of them, but the glue sticks that came with it are very strong. I like that glue. But yeah, the stuff I had been using already is pretty good glue also. And then, you know, like, to be honest with you, I bought this one. This is like my first actual glue gun that I ever owned. And I like wireless stuff, obviously, so I went for this because I'm kind of married to the DeWalt stuff. And I was like, oh, great, DeWalt, you know, I can use it. It's not name brand DeWalt, but this one here allowed me to use my DeWalt batteries, which I have a bunch of, and was always one in my van, my drill, my light, this thing. All three of them have batteries in my van, probably my air pump. Everything's got a DeWalt battery, so I'm never going to run out of juice, right? Plus I have a charger in the car to charge stuff in, so I'll never go dead. So this is cool, and I use this for a very long time. You can see it's a little dirty from the feel and loaning it to people, and quite a bit of use. I would say this is great. It just takes so long to heat up. That's where these guys, this here takes long to heat up. This thing takes 6 seconds, and this is proven. I've done it many times, and it definitely heats up in 6 seconds. This is not a gimmick. It does heat up in 6 seconds for this one. This one, probably about 30 seconds. But in 30 seconds, it is ready to rock and roll. This here, you're talking, I would say, to be fair, 3 to 5 minutes. And the 3-point might be where it's just kind of coming out good enough. But if you wait a little longer, it's better. So yeah, you're waiting for this. Now, I got this one afterwards, and I don't like the trigger as much. You know, like this one, you turn it on, and you know it's on because the light comes on, and that means it's heating. That's all you got. That's it. Nothing. This one is an exact copy of that. And I would say it probably heats up the same time frame. I haven't done like a scientific time test on it or whatever, and I can tell it's a Stanley stick. The Stanley sticks are different, like these here. You see they sag down. So anyway, these are pretty close to identical as far as what they do. The trigger pull on this one might be a little bit better, but you're pulling the trigger. I'd rather these type way better because there's motor driven. Now this last one, I got this one, and I thought it was a DeWalt. It advertised. It actually was a false advertisement when I bought it. So it advertised DeWalt battery, and then when I got it, you could look at that and see that it's not a DeWalt battery, or even the same kind of insertion method. So like, yeah, and then somebody might be like, well, it might still fit. Look, it doesn't. There's no way it could possibly go on because these little rails are stopping it from going forward. So it doesn't fit dual batteries. However, I kind of like this thing a lot. So things that it adds, it's got the light like the other two have, right? The trigger is kind of a little bit, you could tell by the little pull that I'm doing there, the trigger is way smoother and the glue stick is way off in there at this point. So I need to put a second one when I do deploy it, but the trigger is way smoother. And here's the best thing about this. You turn it on, there's a light right here. It's red. And when, like the other ones, you're sitting here playing the guessing game, waiting for ungodly amounts of time for them to finally be ready because your trigger, screws the trigger, they never come out. This, you don't have to waste your time because it doesn't turn green until it's ready. So as soon as it turns green, you're gluing. So, like I said, the downfall to it is that it doesn't take DeWalt batteries. And when I contacted the company for the false advertisement of DeWalt batteries, they changed it to Makita batteries. And I'm like, that's even weirder. I don't have a Makita battery to try, but I could almost guess that that's not going to fit a Makita either. So either way, I really, I'm not going to change the rating I gave them on that either way. But it is a cool little battery. It does heat up fast with it. The only problem is proprietary, so I have to charge this through this little thingy here. Can't even charge it with a USB-C. Got to keep this little whole packet together so that I have the charger and I can charge it. And hey, that's that. I kind of stuck some glue sticks in here because it's kind of where I store stuff now. But that's my whole glue gun rant, which is not really supposed to be all of that. It was supposed to be about this guy. And like I said, if you're heavy into stuff like I am, like certain thing where you use a lot of glue gunning, I use it for RC planes. And I can tell you, this is the best one I've had. And this was definitely my first choice until I tried this. And when I tried this, I was like, oh man, because you're holding it like this for one. This is kind of weird at times because it's kind of like you're into funny angles and it's hard to hold on to and you're changing it around to find the best way. This, you got the pistol grip. It either fits in there where you're trying to go or not. This might be able to reach further under certain circumstances, You could press the button, get a little bit pulled up and kind of stick it in a far to reach place. So that might be clutch in certain situations. With this one, I just kind of get it over the top and kind of take a good aim and squeeze it and let it drip down where I need for those hot spots. And it gets really hot. I think this gets way hotter. This one here, the Hoto, gets way hotter than this one. And, I shot a bunch on a piece of cardboard and I sat there for a good while before I stuck another piece of cardboard on top. It definitely, was still very molten, so it gets hotter. There's lots to like about it. So I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a glue gun. It is pricey, so I don't want to quote a price or anything. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I'm just telling you about products that I found that I like. But yeah, I don't want to say a price and then it changes. So just, look it up. You can find them very easily. And there you go, Hoto, H-O-T-O. Thanks for watching. I hope this might help you not waste a whole lot of money on a whole bunch of glue guns. And, from what I told you about each of these, help you find the right one.